First in the spotlight tonight is Geoffrey Snape, a geologist from Blackburn. His subject, the history of New York. Sally Mabey from Cardiff, she'll be answering questions on the Women's Institute. Gareth Kingston, a marketing manager from Flitwick, answers questions on the architect and designer Augustus Pugin. And Chris Wills, a master's student from Manchester. His subject, Wimbledon tennis singles since 1990. And our next contender, please. And your name is?
Gareth Kingston.
Your occupation?
Marketing manager.
And your specialist subject?
The life and works of Augustus Pugin.
Augustus Pugin, in 2 minutes starting now. Which 16th century manor house in Lancashire was Pugin's first commission as an independent architect? He began renovating and extending the property in 1837.
Scarisbrooke Hall.
Yes. What is the one-word title of the book he published in 1836 in which he argues the merits of Gothic architecture and of Catholic faith?
Contrast.
Yes. Which feature of his original design for Scarisbrooke Hall became part of his last work in the rebuilding of the Palace of Westminster?
Clock Tower.
Yes, in 1833, who became his second wife and the following year gave birth to his eldest son and heir to his business, Edward?
Louisa Button.
Yes, who owned the ceramics company that Pugin used extensively for the production of encaustic flooring tiles? His works for Pugin include the floors in the Palace of Westminster.
Minton.
Yes, in which Irish town is the imposing St Mary's Cathedral, begun in 1842 and designed by Pugin using a cruciform plan?
Killarney.
Yes, what style of architecture did he use when he designed the Church of St James in Reading within the grounds of a ruined abbey, saying it was best suiting the situation?
Early English Gothic.
Norman. In 1835, Pugin was employed by two architects to help with their entries for the competition to design the new Houses of Parliament. One was the winner, Charles Barry. Who was the other?
Gillespie Graham.
Yes, Pugin's only pupil moved into the architect's house in Ramsgate in 1845. What was his name?
John Hardman Powell.
Yes, what internal feature of church architecture first included in his design for St Albans, Macclesfield, was considered essential by Pugin but was disapproved of by some prominent Catholics?
Rood screen.
Yes, the Church of St Augustine in Ramsgate was designed and built by Pugin at his own expense. What local stone did he use for the exterior walls?
Flint.
Yes. What was the aristocratic title of John Talbot, who became Pugin's chief patron after the architect began working on his ancestral home of Alton Towers?
16th Earl of Shrewsbury.
Yes, in 1843 he had his first major setback when his designs for rebuilding part of an Oxford college were rejected because it was a Roman Catholic. Which college was it?
Balliol.
Yes, Pugin took part in the Great Exhibition of 1851. What name was given to his display area showcasing his designs and the work of his regular craftsmen?
Medieval Court.
Correct. What was the name of the craftsman builder who, from 1838 till Pugin's death, was one of the architect's most trusted collaborators?
Myers.
George Myers is correct. No passes. Gareth Kingston, you have 14 points. Those scores. In fourth place, 10 points, Sally Mabey. Third place, 11 points, Geoffrey Snape. Second place, 13 points, Chris Wills. In the lead, just 14 points, Gareth Kingston. Round two now, general knowledge, and if there's a tie at the end of it, then the number of passes is taken into account and the person with the fewer passes is the winner. And if they're tied on passes as well, then there'll be a tie break. And the 6 highest scoring runners-up will also claim a place in the semi-finals. So, and finally, Gareth Kingston, please. Right. You have 14 points and the score to beat is 27, which is a pretty chunky one. Let's see if you can do it. 2.5 minutes of general knowledge starting now. What kind of offal is often combined with steak for a traditionally British pie or pudding?
Kidney.
Yes. What season does Keats describe as season of mists and mellow fruitfulness?
Autumn.
Yes. Which city is the title of a song by Freddie Mercury, a Montserrat Caballé, written for the 1992 Summer Olympics?
Barcelona.
Yes. On the social network inside Twitter, what name is given to the symbol used before a word or phrase to mark key items in a tweet?
Hashtag.
Yes. The first satisfactory fully automatic recoil-operated machine gun developed in around 1884 is named after its inventor who was working in England at the time. Who was he?
Gatling.
Maxim. Which footballer scored a record 260 Premier League goals during his career with Blackburn Rovers and Newcastle United?
Shearer.
Yes. What's the usual term originating in America for a spirit, especially whiskey, served undiluted over ice cubes?
Liquor.
On the rocks. In November 1934, which British steam locomotive was claimed to have been the first to reach an authenticated speed of 100 miles an hour?
Mallard.
Flying Scotsman. Which conductor, whose family made its fortune from pills, was born in St Helens in 1879, was noted for his pointed beard and sharp wit?
Bliss.
Beecham. What is the title of Frank McCourt's best-selling autobiography about his impoverished upbringing in Limerick?
Angela's Ashes.
Correct. Which South Midlands county is sometimes known as the county of squires and spires because of its many country mansions and churches?
Staffordshire.
Northamptonshire. Which painting by Velázquez, completed in 1635, shows the symbolic handing over of the keys of a Dutch city to the victorious Spanish army?
Cadiz.
The Surrender of Breda. What is the meaning of Scotorum Malleus, part of the inscription on Edward I's tomb in Westminster Abbey?
Hammer of the Scots.
Yes. In Spike Lee's 1992 film, Denzel Washington portrayed which black activist politician, a role that earned him an Oscar nomination?
Malcolm X.
Yes. In Greek legend, who swam the Hellespont at night to meet his lover, the priestess Hero?
Narcissus.
Leander. Which former NHS doctor won the 92 Perrier Comedy Award for Best Newcomer at the Edinburgh Festival?
Harry Hill.
Yes. Who resigned as David Cameron's communications director in January 2011 in the wake of the phone hacking controversy involving the newspaper he formerly edited?
Coulson.
Yes. Which small South Atlantic island group, a dependency of St Helena, is named after the Portuguese sailor who discovered it in 1506?
Galapagos Islands.
Tristan da Cunha. In a standard 3-pin electrical plug, 2 of the pins should be connected to the live and earth wires. What should the 3rd pin be connected to?
Neutral.
Yes. Which 19th century French acrobat often varied his act of crossing the Niagara Falls on a tightrope by doing it blindfold or with a man on his back?
London.
Yes. In the NATO phonetic alphabet, what is the call sign for the letter P?
Papa.
Papa is correct. No passes. That was an important point. Gareth Kingston, you have 27 points. Well, very tightly fought at the end there, so let's have a look at those scores. In 4th place, 19 points, Geoffrey Snape. 3rd place, 20 points, Sally Mabey. 2nd place, 27 points and 1 pass, Chris Wills. 1st place, 27 points and no passes, Gareth Kingston. Which means that Gareth Kingston is tonight's winner by a nose, and he goes through to the semi-finals. Congratulations to him. Commiseration to Chris Wills, but with a score of 27, it's entirely possible that we will see him as well in the semi-finals. So, if you would like to play an online version of Mastermind, or indeed be a contender on the next series, do go to our website, bbc.co.uk/Mastermind, and do please join us next time for more Masterminds. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.